Hello guys, welcome everyone for another VOD in World of Tanks. Today we're going to be talking about Mountain Pass map and how to play it in World of Tanks. Let's get started. We're going to speak and start with base 2. So, tank destroyers. This map in general doesn't like paper tanks. Actually most of the maps are World of Tanks, to be honest. So if you're playing non-armored tanks, tank destroyers or medium tanks that non-armored, the initial position of these non-armored tanks, or let's say in general medium tanks, is gonna be this, but it doesn't mean you're not gonna find heavy tanks there. So, and middle here too. And this is mainly the heavy line right here. 1-2 line is like mainly heavy line. But is that true? To be fair with you, not really. 1-2 line is actually I would say in my opinion is the medium line mainly, I would say. And 9-0 line is the heavy line mainly. The reason why I say this is because it just responds on the way this map, look like. Crossing with heavies or super heavies this way or this way is a suicide mission, you know what I mean? It's really, you're gonna take shot for it. But while they go down here is better like this with super heavies, let's say Mouse's type 5s, But wait a second, super heavies can actually play the bridge and just hold on this map. You know what I mean? So let's just start it overall. I'm just giving you an idea how the map looks like. From base 2, my initial position, if you are playing heavies that has armor and fast with mobility, and medium tanks has armor with mobility. So the initial position 1 will be going like this and getting here. From this spot right here, you can actually spot this crossing and you can, put some damage. Or later you can fall back and cross like this. Right here. Like this initial position number 2. Remember, this is the first initial position and second initial position is this. You can do either one from the beginning of the game. You can either take this from the beginning of the game or you can take just straight from the base and just jump like this and go to 1-2 line from the beginning of the game. Either one, it works. Now let me show you how that works. So this is the initial position I was talking about. From this position you can spot people crossing and you can do some damage. Or you can make this next play as an initial position. Straightforward crossing to 1-2 line with your fast mobility armored tank, medium, heavy, doesn't matter. This is another initial position you can use. See what's going on. Your movement will be like this, moving forward. From this position here, you can actually spot enemy since you have a push here. But let's say that's not the point. The point is to actually approaching enemy lines slowly and going to your third rotation position, which is gonna be like this. You're gonna most of the time gonna brawl people over here no matter what. That's how it works on 1-2 line. Slowly moving and approaching. Okay, now what's the next? We continue moving forward or what are we doing? It depends on minimap and what's going on, right? But if you need to continue forward, you need to make sure this either all cleared or absolutely your teammate too, and you're not doing it by yourself. I'm not saying do it 1v5, 1v6, but I'm telling you the point how to actually keep pushing and approaching enemy lines. The next move will be moving forward right here at, like there's a position behind this rock. It's gonna be a hold on and fight G1. Your point is to approach G1 or finish everything at G1. But later you are not allowed to push forward unless you can. your point gonna stop right here, G1. First and last. At 1-2 line, G1 is, that's it. You continue forward? No. Do not do that. I'll tell you later why you do, like, you should never do that because of this area right here and this area right here. You cannot push that. Your rotation will be going back to base. That's it, indeed. Unless the game is over, let's say, and you took control of everything with your team, you just keep pushing forward, yeah. Let me show you that position. This position hold down here allow you to finish anything over. Later you can approach him slowly by going forward. It's better not to approach him because you can get picked. You need to approach him when you have a lot of cover or teammates with you. That's when you approach. Other than that, you are not approaching at all. You are staying in your position up here. In this area right here, you can finish everything and that's it. Do you continue pushing? No. Why? Because of C3 position, that's all tank destroyers. You have the rock right here at D3, that's many tank destroyers or mediums or heavies can wait here for you. So pushing forward is going to be a suicide mission. You point G1, you finish everything here, you farm damage, you destroy all enemy targets, and it's going to be rotation. Go back to base if needed. Okay guys, now how to play on the 9-0 line, which is the second play on this map from this side specifically. 9-0 line is not recommended for me at all from this side unless you are playing super heavies or unless you want to do it. You could work, you never know. You go down like this, straight down like this. If you're playing a fast heavy tank with mobility and armor, and you go all the way up like this. Now, are you actually gonna reach that here right away? Not really. Most of the time you might stop here and get stuck because the bridge, or just there's enemies here just waiting and holding. It depends again. If you are, you know, having teammates with you here, I mean, you're absolutely gonna push, but other than that, it's not my preference to play 9-0 line, but it's possible. Now, the third play is gonna be the bridge. The bridge will be going into a bridge, on the bridge right here, and just holding a bridge. You can come here and go back to a bridge right here and hold. This is like 3 ways to play this map from this side. 9-0 line, middle, and a bridge, or playing the 1-2 line I just showed you earlier. Now let me show you the 9-0 line position and the bridge position too. Sometimes you have to stop here and you cannot continue pushing because there's enemy will be all the way around 9-0 line and you have just to brawl, and sometimes there's nothing and just continue pushing forward. And you might find this, which is exactly what I meant. Now, how to continue pushing 9-0 line, just keep going like this way and approaching up here if there's no enemy here or you clear it out and you want to keep pushing. By coming to this position, you're gonna find a lot of tanks here. You clear it out. If not, you're gonna continue pushing forward. Do you really want to push the enemy base right away? Not really. You want to continue pushing forward, and there's a hold on position right here. You can take and investigate what's going on in enemy base, such as tanks up here, which is tank destroyers, or anything in the back here. You only push this all the way up here if you have teammates with you or the battle kind of over. You actually don't want to approach this at all because you might get repushed by 5-4 tanks, which is medium tanks most of the time. Now, defending the base will be literally just sitting up here. Pretty much. If you're losing everything, you're going back to base and go up here. And there's a position at, or play K7 right here in the pushes. There's a good angle and position you can play here in the pushes to hold anything comes this way or this way. Most of the time you don't get spotted even from it if you're playing special medium tanks. Other than that, this is like literally what's happening on Mountain Pass most of the time from this side. Now let's speak about the other side. How to play it from the other side. The other side, same scenario, guys. Pretty much different initial positions. On the 9-0 line, you're gonna do like this and hold, or push forward down here, which is actually not my favorite line to play at all. Or continue pushing like this, then most of the time you're gonna stop here and you cannot keep pushing forward. I just don't like 9-0 line. I mean, it works, but it's gameable. But that's the first initial position. Second initial position, we'll talk about next. Let me show you the first one first. Pretty much 9-0 line, you check what's going on first. If there's nothing, you can continue pushing forward. It has to be something most of the time. But again, you're gonna stop at some point somewhere, because this is how it works from a 9-0 line. Most of the time you get people here, and you can brawl enemies targets here, which is not gonna be easy. And you continue pushing forward, and this is where the point you come in to stop, because why? Enemy can easily defend their base from there, and you're not going to be able to push. So your point is going to be right here. Now if you continue pushing forward, you might get lucky, you can be able to push forward. I got lit, for example, and here you go. Enemy would be defending their base up here, just like, you know. This is why I don't like playing 9-0 line, but it's possible. Now let's get to the second initial position from base 2. Let's say there's 3 artillery and I don't want to play 1-2 line, especially if there's 3 RT from this side. Playing 1-2 line is kind of, it's just, you have to play G1 and that's it. If you keep going forward, here kind of RT will take you down or ruin you, you know. But what I do is, if there's 3 RT or not, there was no 3 RT, it doesn't matter. I still do make this play. Is pushing the bridge from base 1 is like probably one of my favorite plays to do on this map, especially if I have armor. You don't want to do it with something non-armored. We're all speaking right now about something with mobility and armor. Mobility specifically plus armor. Everything, like, you don't want to do this with Monster on E100 or Type 5, okay? Anyway, pushing the bridge is initial position here and play hold on against everything here. Later you can move forward if needed, and most of the time you're not moving forward at all unless there's nothing. But even if there's nothing, you just wait. What's your job here is to farm anything on the bridge and also to crossfire this area right here. If the enemy try to push 9 line, they won't push it because of you in this position. You're gonna be hold on here and you're gonna be stopping them or farming them pushing up. If they push up, then that's good for them. Easy for you. Let me show you how that works. When you make this a play on the bridge, try to communicate with your teammate and ask a tank destroyer to sit right behind you or any other tank. All you need is 2 guns at least behind you to cover. It would be nice because it will be helpful to prevent these enemy tanks from pushing you. And that's the position what you need to be in right here. And this is how you try to deal with tanks like this. This is an amazing position and you can be RT save here most of the time, especially if there's 3 RT. Other than that, you can also look behind you. If the enemy try to push 9 line, you can see that and start farming. Later you can continue pushing forward if there's nothing on the bridge and take that position where the enemy target in. If you clear it out all, you can actually play this low here. And this is exactly a position can be useful as a next rotation position and try to work on anything here. Later, you can continue moving forward and pushing enemy base. Just need to make sure all this area are cleared. Pretty much this is how it works on this side. There's no fallback from the bridge. Okay, now we're gonna talk about the last part and the last initial position or last play from this side. The third play, which is, this is like the most popular play. Your initial position can be like this, and straight going like this, and taking G1. and later from G1 you can actually straight go here to this hold on position. From this side it's gonna be very useful to hold here and just hold the entire line. Do not ever continue or commit to this area right here. Why? Because if there's RT, it's kind of gonna be useless, and if there's nothing you can do about anything here, and you can be picked and pushed by both sides or so. It's gonna be better to actually play straight and take this hold on, or play G1. That's initial position. But what if there's free artillery in general and you wanna kinda play middle and have some early shots as initial position? Alright, you can do this too. How? You can do this yellow marker, you can follow the yellow marker from a base. You can come in like here, behind this rock right here, you can stop and wait for your light tank to spot, and you can push shots on this, and later you can move forward. Or if you are super heavy in general, you might as well just stay here, because there's free RT, you might not do much. Super heavy, slow tanks need to play here, or just cross the bridge later. Sorry, not the bridge. Cross 1-2 line later and play G1. Do not ever try to commit more than that unless you have support and you can move forward. Let me show you how that works. But before that, I want to just mention the last part. If how to push entirely 1-2 line is going to be just depends on what's going on. If you can push it and just start everything here, then you're going to be moving forward like this and getting down like this. In this position right here, you can take down anything sitting in this area here. And later you can move on forward just like this and continue clearing out everything outside, and never try to push at all from this blue area. Don't even push like this. Do not try to push like this at all, because this is like suicide mission. You always want to follow the green line here and the red line this way and keep clearing this, and after clearing this you can continue pushing this way. All of this is going to be hold on positions, can be useful. After this you can continue here and just moving forward and clear the bridge. GG, that's all how you do the 1-2 line. I'm gonna show you how that works. This is the position you can use, just like here. And if you feel like not go 1-2 line because there's no friends or teammates going there, in general you can just stay here as a heavy tank or anything with armor and just wait for the enemy to come in, and you can just hold them pretty much. But you can always push 1-2 line from the beginning and just keep going to your initial position like this from the beginning of the game. Again, no stop. Here is G1. That's another initial position you can start with and just play here, but that's kind of passive and you have cover behind your tank destroyers and everything. How about if you want to take this from the beginning of the game? You can actually take this position as initial from the beginning of the game, but you need to be careful. Why? Because you need some support use still. So if there's a free RT especially, you just can play here against this, or if there's nothing here, you can actually poke and play against this. Now, when do you play here? You play here only there's no free RT at all in the match, or just one RT is fine. You can come up from the beginning here and make sure you're not alone, as again, because you might get picked from right side or left side. So yeah, you can play here with your heavy tank and just start brawling people. Now careful from this area. Again, you want to clear everything, continue clearing, take all enemy targets. You want to continue forward, right? This is how you do it. You go down like this, get to a hold on position here. You want to get this rock here, and you're gonna clear this area right here. Whatever here in front of you need to be cleared out, and later continue pushing forward and make sure nothing around you here to just like hit you. You can keep going like this. You see all these hold on positions can be very useful and used as cover. That's all what you gotta do if you're pushing 1-2 line, and sometimes you need to go back to base. Okay guys, that's all what I got for you for Mountain Pass. Again, before I leave, I need to mention the tank destroyer position that doesn't have armor at all, or either way, is mainly from base 1 is going to be like literally just sitting here, bridge side, or up here most of the time, or even here. But yeah, I think the base is like where the tank destroyers will be most of the time. Light tank from both sides will be like here. Light tank will be like right here. Spotting from here or going down like here from base 2. Or base 1 is gonna be like straight down here. Like this. Or playing the push right here. There's a push at E3. That's what the light tank will spot. Will be better. And there's a danger push is at this little red zone. We see it? I put it here. This is kind of light tank pushes, but most of the time get blind shotted. But yeah, that's how light tank works anyway. Hope you enjoyed, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Sorry for making it long. It just not between my hand. It just how it works. Some maps is just a lot of details, and I might made it long, but hey. It's useful information. Hopefully it's gonna help you enjoy this map more. I'll see you guys next VOD. Take care.